Lewis here with Aston Martin. I wonder if he could beat some of these cars off the grid, but he's looking on in the garage as we look to the grid now. 5 lights on ahead of the drivers. It's lights out and away we go. They weren't held for long, and Verstappen does get away well. Alongside him is Daniel Ricciardo and Hamilton, and Verstappen go into the second chicane, and Hamilton goes off onto the rumble strips and is forced wide, and he might lose a place here to Lando Norris as Antonio Giovinazzi has spun round and loses his front wing. It is Ricciardo that leads from Verstappen. Norris and Hamilton is back and forth.
That will be a safety car if unless he can drive that quickly out of the way. There'll be bodywork on the track as well. They say he has got away, so that's good news then for the race. Bad news for Lewis Hamilton in terms of he looked like he was going to challenge for second place, take second place, and he slipped back.
Esteban Ocon and Sebastian Vettel going into the Della Roggia chicane.
Misdemeanor there from Ocon. Vettel's front axle was beyond the rear axle of the Alpine at one point.
So Lando Norris takes the lead. Lewis Hamilton in second, then comes Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez, and he's still waiting. Is Max Verstappen? What is happening down at Red Bull? The kings of the sub-2 second pit stop. Norris was ahead of Hamilton, who's got past him on the road, and in the swing of about half a minute, Hamilton now does come into the pits. Is a little bit slow as well. And there's Max Verstappen. It's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen. And this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out, and they are both out. As Hamilton came from his pit stop, rejoined the racetrack. Lando Norris was ahead, and in their desperation to stay ahead and to get ahead, the two championship protagonists have taken each other out of the Italian Grand Prix. Did Verstappen have enough space in the initial part of that chicane, and then did he try and get a bit cheeky in the second part?
Max hasn't done anything wrong there. Max's car hit the rollover hoop of Lewis's car. That's where the damage has come from.
He hits the sausage curb as well. That's what throws him back into the path of Lewis and then up into the air. As they all try and break the toe, and weaving about a bit is Daniel Ricciardo. Valtteri Bottas is making a move on Carlos Sainz. Lando Norris is making a move on Charles Leclerc. Ricciardo leads into turn 1. Leclerc and Norris, they make contact.
He needs to give that place back to the Ferrari.
Sergio Perez has been given a 5-second time penalty.
He didn't leave me any room.
Mick Schumacher spun around after making contact with his teammate Nikita Mazepin. Breaks a lot later and maintains his advantage, stays ahead of Bottas, but immediately, unlike Perez yesterday, gives the place to Valtteri Bottas. McLaren's out in front, Ricciardo and Norris, and here comes Valtteri Bottas for another battle with a Ferrari. Charles Leclerc is behind him as they go into the first chicane. Sergio Perez locks up. Valtteri Bottas is thinking about a move. He left Red Bull, he went to Renault, he's gone to McLaren, he's going to get the victory now. It's McLaren and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix. Lando Norris comes home to make it a 1-2 for the men from Woking. Sergio Perez start the celebrations for McLaren. Ricciardo's done it.
Yeah! He won! But he did it! Yes! Yeah, boy!
Daniel Ricciardo has returned to the top step of the podium in a dramatic race here this afternoon in the sunshine of Monza. The sparkling wine is sprayed around by Bottas, by Norris and Ricciardo. It's a McLaren 1-2. The championship 1-2 failed to finish.
Obviously just ahead we had a bit of a slow stop, but came out braking into turn one. I made sure I left a car's width on the outside, and I was ahead going into the corner, and next thing I know, I guess Max went over the second curb or something like that. He obviously knew at that point he wasn't going to make the corner, and he drove into me.
I thought we were going to have a nice fight into turn one, through turn two, but as soon as I was next to him, he just kept on squeezing me more and more to the left. And I still thought, you know, we'll just have enough space to make it into turn two, but unfortunately he ran me a bit too much out of road.
I'm not surprised standing here. I'm certainly like overwhelmed and I'm on cloud nine right now, but I'm honestly not surprised. Just there was something in me that I knew that if we had a chance this weekend, we were going to take it. Whether that was the win or a podium, it just felt like it was time to make the comeback, I guess.
I mean, I'm happy with my own result, but I'm even happier that knowing the fact, you know, Daniel was first, and as a team we had a 1-2, which I don't think we ever would have believed coming into this season and even coming into this race.
I just kept pushing. I just tried to take every opportunity that there was, and wasn't that easy to get past, you know, in some cases, and especially towards the end with the medium tire.